Did it. Show you suckers what's up. Oh, God. My head. Oh, right. Hey, guys. So, I made it back in one piece. I got the car back. And, just a quick pro tip, kids. If anyone, well, if deadites take your car into another dimension, let the insurance company handle it. Just make sure you got the good policy. Otherwise, yeah, okay, do what I did, which is a bad idea. Don't do it. But I got my keys back. And you know what that means? Besides, I have my keys. I'm done with this damn thing. And lucky for me, I was out of shells, so I'm gonna lay this one down too. Oh, and I got something else too. See, on the way back, I heard about Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3, and you know what? I got it right here. Oh yeah, everybody. Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3. Let's see how this goes. Just give me a minute to get a little cleaned up. I'm not my best. So, 1 second. Hail to the king, baby. Done. Right. Hey guys. Feeling a lot better after cleaning all that stuff off. Trust me. Don't go too close with the shotgun or the chainsaw. It's messy. But like I said, we're here to talk about Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3. It's here. Well, it's been here. It's done. I can talk about it. I've been looking forward to it for so long, and I'll be honest, it didn't. No, you know what? I'll talk about everything. I'll give a final verdict in the end. Okay. So first off, spoiler warning. Meaning, I'm going to be spoiling pretty much any of the stuff in the series at this point, as well as this season, because, well, you'll understand, hopefully in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So, where does Season 3 pick up? Well, at the end of Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2, Ash had officially stopped, well, had stopped Bale from taking over Elk Grove, and then had gone back in time to save Pablo's life because Pablo had been killed in the process of stopping Bale. It's weird and confusing and time travel, and honestly, because of the Flash, I'm just saying, screw time travel. It's too confusing. Because certain things that happened in the original timeline are still relevant, like, oh hey, this person, and this person died, but yeah, they're still dead in the alternate timeline where Ash didn't find the book, or it's confusing. Let's just leave it at that and call it up, chalk it up to multiverse theory. But what is the issue with Elk Grove this season? Well, in spite of Ash's best efforts to stop Ruby in the past, and the book and all that stuff, Ruby is still very much a threat in the present, which is like 2018, 2017. I'm not exactly sure the year, but whatever. And, well, this time she's not just after Ash. She's after Ash's daughter. Yeah, Ash has a daughter in this season. A young high schooler, probably senior, junior, something like that, named Brandy. And honestly, that leads to some interesting story elements, because, you know, we've seen Ash as the slacker character, we've seen him as the reluctant hero, we've seen him as the badass action hero. We haven't seen him as a father. And, you know, there's some good, funny stuff, you know, between him and Brandy, as well as Ash and Brandy's mother. And I thought it was an interesting concept. I like the idea Um, yeah. But, I'll just get into my likes and dislikes for Season 3, and we'll talk about the final verdict, and we'll just go from there. Okay? So, crap. Starting with likes, number 1 was Ash's story arc of being a good father. Like I said before, he's been a slacker all of his life. He was working at Value Mart after the whole, fighting off the Evil Dead thing, and working at S-Mart and all that stuff. And I'm still annoyed that that isn't still a thing, but I'm assuming Sears and Kmart had an issue with that, and that's whatever. But still, seeing Ash definitely grow throughout the season because he becomes more responsible. He has to take on, watching over Brandy because certain things happen. I'm sure you can fill in the blanks with Evil Dead, but yeah. And, Ash becomes kind of a caretaker, and over the course of the season, he grows, and he becomes a better person and a better father. And I really appreciate that, because, to be 100% honest here, I love Ash, the character, I love Bruce Campbell, but Ash's character isn't the greatest role model. And you could say that of Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, and a bunch of other characters, but, he at least got some good character growth. And, with those other good characters, they have their arcs, their stories, and they grow, and they're cool and entertaining, but don't try to be Ash. Don't try to be Rick. Don't try to be this bad character. Is all I'm going to say. Let's see, and my other big like was the use of practical effects, where possible. The Ash versus, the Evil Dead series, started out back in the late 70s, early 80s, where you had to use practical effects. You had to do all these crazy tricks and, use all these different things to get all the effects that they were going for. And here, yeah, there's some obvious CGI stuff like giant monsters or certain other smaller monsters, but some of the practical stuff, they really put in the time and effort, and I want to applaud you for that. That was cool, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I had 2 likes. Guess how many dislikes I'm about to tell ya? Several. First off with dislikes. Some of the episodes and storylines were just pointless. Like, for instance, Ash concerned that there might be other children of his floating around because he's been to the cryobank. Yeah, he goes there to investigate, hey, has anybody else, gotten my, yeah? That's icky and gross, but ultimately serves no purpose. Some kids are attacked in the high school, but they have, this, high school prom, homecoming, whatever, dance still. Hey, 2 people were just murdered here. Should we have a dance still? Yeah, duh. What? It's Elk Grove. I get people are commonly butchered, but whatever. So basically, there were just some story elements and plots that didn't add up and were just a bit ridiculous. But it's the Evil Dead series. It's always been a bit ridiculous. It's always been a bit crazy, and fine. I'll deal with it. I knew what I was getting into with Season 3 of Ash vs. Evil Dead. I'm not going to complain. Too much. Let's see. One of the other big things that came up in the season, that was actually another worthless point, was the Knights of Sumeria. Basically, it seems like kind of a callback to the Army of Darkness movie, where, Ash went back to medieval times, he had to help knights fight off the evil deadites. And these guys have been fighting deadites for, hundreds of years. They show up, and they're pointless. Let's see, one is killed by Ash's dad, one goes on a recon mission into, a deadite portal, and is immediately killed, and just crap, and when he comes back, he kills, 3 more right off the bat. Pointless. Just saying. What the heck, guys? Oh, and I already talked about, I already talked about this, but I'll say it again. Logic be damned at times. The cryobank thing. School stuff. Adding in... and for some odd reason, one of the other relevant things that Rudy was trying to do was to get Brandy to kill Ash for something. I don't get that. As well as Pablo gaining new powers thanks to his long deceased uncle from season 1, telling him, "Hey, you can become Brujo Especial." It was cool. It was interesting. It gave us some new stuff, but yeah. And unfortunately, the hardest dislike that I have to throw at you guys now is the end of the season. If you're watching this video, you probably already know, but major spoiler warning for you. I'll give you a few seconds to click off if you don't want to hear this.
Spoiler.
Ash vs. Evil Dead, the series, is, as of this recording, done. Stars did not pick it up for season 4. And that's so very disappointing. Like, one of the things I liked about Ash vs. Evil Dead seasons 1 and 2 is we had those open-ended endings. You know, Ash and crew go down to Jacksonville while Ruby has the book. Ash, you're going away from the bad guy who has the book because you had to trade 2 lives for, like, the world. You know, left it open because, hey, she does... Well, she didn't come after him. Other monsters did, but still, that's an opening. The end of season 2. You know, Ashley got a nice life in Elk Grove, but evil Ruby is still prowling around. Is she going to do something? Is she just going to ignore him? Is she going to move on to somewhere else? We don't know. And here, again, spoiler warning. The end of the episode has Ash fighting this giant monster called Gant the Destroyer. He attacks him with like a pretty much tank shell that has the Kandarian dagger in it because that's so pivotal to everything. Kills it, falls on the tank, and Ash is dragged out of the wreckage by one of the Knights of Samaria. And yeah, it's good setup for, hey, we're going to have a season 4. Yes, I'm interested. I'm on board. What's that, Stars? You're not doing it because it didn't have enough viewers? I can't blame you. Crap. So, that really, 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 really sucks. And another painful thing in relation to that is the actor Bruce Campbell, has made it officially stated, I am retiring the character of Ash. And again, I can't blame him. He's getting a bit older. This series ran its course. The fact that we got 3 seasons of a TV show is something. 30 episodes. However many hours of television. But if they're not going to continue the show, then it's time to let the character go. And I get that. And it's good, and it just hurts, okay? Ash is a very prevalent character in my story. And I don't want things to end like that. I got a few more things to talk about, and then we'll be done. But one final bit about this, because this is the end of the series. At this point, I want to say 2 things. I have 2 potential paths that if someone picks this series up can go with. Number 1, because Bruce has retired the character of Ash, somebody else can take on the role of Ash. Now hear me out here, okay? Pablo, Brandy, and Kelly? I keep forgetting her name and I apologize. But anyway, they were all taken off in an APC near the end of the episode. So they're obviously together. Maybe they go back to Elk Grove because, Brandy's like, I have to go back for Dad. I can't leave him. And, that could be a cool introductory episode. They come back. They can't find Ash. Maybe because he was taken out of the tank, or maybe because, Gant crushed the tank when he died. We don't know. Like, this could be a bit of retconning. It could not be, but anyway. Brandy has a little dramatic scene with Kelly and Pablo. Like, Pablo's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your dad. He was a great guy. El Jefe was the best. Kelly, she's like, yeah, he was a real great ass-kicking guy, and he really cared. you know, Brandy has that just sad moment, just, you know, very emotional, just back, you know, just like walks a few steps away or whatever, you know, and like Kelly Pablo look at each other, they're like, okay, you know, you okay, Brandy? And like she turns around, you know, and she's like, she's an emotion, angry, sad, whatever, you know, and she just declares, call me Ashley. And there you go. That is how you continue the series if the series does continue on without Ash. Because Ash has expressed, hey, you know, if somebody wants to take on and be the new Ash, you know, feel free. Well, the younger actor can play Ash or something like that, hey, feel free. I'm just saying, no one can replace you, Mr. Campbell, so hey. Somebody else can take on the role of Ash. She's Brandy Williams, your daughter. She could just say, hey, I'm going to be Ashley Williams. It would be stupid, but you could have that dramatic scene and it would work. However, if this is the true canonical ending to the series, here's how it goes. Okay? Ash is in the tank. He's like, you know, he's going to attack Gant the Destroyer. Shoots him with the tank shell. Gant falls on the tank. Fade to black. That's it. It leaves it open-ended because, oh hey, Gant fell in the tank. Yeah, but tanks are tough. They can maybe handle a giant, really thin monster falling on them. Or Ash could have been killed in the falling. You know. So basically just ignore like the last 2 to 3 minutes of the episode. You know, if this is the canonical ending. It sucks that they set up season 4 and then they said no, and it's like, what the crap? Why did you let them do that if you were going to have season 4? And you know, it had a good setup for season 4 if they had it, but I don't know what's going to happen at this point, and if they do talk about it, I'm going to get back on that and I will tell you all about it. But at this point, guys, you know, Ash vs. Evil Dead, the series is over. Ashley Williams, the character from the Evil Dead series, is retired. And, you know, it sucks. Okay? I like Ash. I like Mr. Campbell, and no. Sorry. I can't just say, well, the series is over. I'm done. Who am I? I'm the character investigator. And that means that I have to walk Ash to the end of the road, just like everyone else, when they've reached the end of their story. And that's what I'm going to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, because on October 31st, Halloween night, I'm going to be doing the end of the road, Ashley Williams. Ash Williams. Whatever you want to call him. Because Ash deserves that. You know, I need to do that for myself. And hopefully, if you're interested, you'll stick around for that. So I will leave you with that. You know, as always, everyone, have fun, stay safe, keep hydrated, and of course, remember, every character has a story to tell. And you can bet I'm going to tell it to you. Peace.